Who? Who told him? Hmm. It's crazy. Close what?
Along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Pass to Washington. Stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Butler.
Jimmy's such a well-conditioned athlete, using that vertical he has to get up and throw it down.
When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brandon.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. Brent, you think about Jimmy Butler. Great in the regular season, even better in the playoffs.
Yeah, extremely tough. I mean, he has grit and resilience, but tough-minded in the toughest moments, and that's where his teammates rely on him. Jimmy Butler shows up big come playoff time.
Now here's Harden. Drives to the hoop. Oh, there's the alley. Back to Porzingis. Williams grabs the board.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Now here's Butler. Inside. Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Just over a minute and a half in. Blocked again!
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting. 1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
4 on the clock.
Great effort by Wemby defensively.
Hardaway, no good. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Here's Jerome. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
New York ball.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Harden scanning the floor. Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Hardaway. Bridges misses. Knicks trail by 5. Back to Washington. Pass to Hartenstein. To end the drought. The rebound by Bridges.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
I told him family ain't shit. I've been told him that.
Victor's head hitting the rim.
Here's Harden. Following the bucket by
Yeah,
Boston.
told him that.
New York again can't hit.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And here's New York now.
Oh, my family's fine. I don't know about everybody else's.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Shot clock at 2. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Knicks trail by 8. Pulls up. Harden misses.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Porzingis at his size, that time impressive on the move.
Westbrook taking his time here. No good on the shot. Harden with the defensive effort. With the drive. And then Harden with the jam.
And that is what Harden does. Draws fouls, hits shots, and makes plays.
And what you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
Well, we're seeing this transition, BA, right, from Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible over the past couple seasons.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Harden. And that's his third bucket at 8 attempts.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
High arcing shot. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. To the inside. Out of
Damn it.
bounds. It'll go to the Knicks. Boston making a switch here.
For the Celtics, number 41, Jimmy Butler.
And Harden's got the ball here for the New York Knicks. They trail by 6. Boston pulls it in.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bogdanović.
Celtic substitution, number 11, James Hawkins.
Here's Hardaway. Pass to Washington. Back to Hardaway. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Celtics lead by 6. Butler with the ball. Checked by Washington. Butler surveying the floor. The 3-ball. Porzingis grabs the board. And it's the Knicks with the ball. It's stolen by Bogdanovich. Now the Celtics on the move. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul.
Fourth team foul.
Outside Butler. The 3 is up. That shot, no good. And so it's the Boston Celtics leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposite. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
They've been pretty intimidating on the defensive end, knocking away shootings, containing shooters, and making it tough to find looks.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
Kept alive. Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Sometimes you do a little extra work, something good comes your way, and Porzingis cleans up that offensive rebound.
Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside. Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. Here's Porzingis. Another one falls for New York.
Well, that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
To the paint. Here's Westbrook. And jams it home. Westbrook.
I know it's just 2, but man, that's a nice 2. Westbrook with the insane creativity.
And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting, Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach.
It is a flagrant. Why do you think he's shooting 2?
They kind of fit the coach. They play hard. They play defense.
It was a flagrant.
They play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Harden's shot is good.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Did we say he wanted it more?
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
I need to calm down.
Celtics making a switch here. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Now here's Brogdon. Here's Champagnie. And a miss there on the triple. Washington left side. Pass to Porzingis. And it's Washington missing. And so it's Bogdanovich with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. 3-point lead. Butler can't get it to go. And New York has possession. Hardaway from outside. Rebounded by Brogdon.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Bogdanovich. And stolen by Porzingis. Down low.
What you jumping at?
Hardenstein. Boston pulls it in. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Champagny. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
They were playing the game, laying down.
Both good from the line that time. And New York has possession. It's a 5-point game. Outside Harden. Pass to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Here's Hartenstein. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Hartenstein's got his second bucket on the night.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Damn it.
Champagny shot is off. Outside Harden. Yep, that one goes. And it's now only a 1-point Boston lead.
Just measuring that floater off perfectly. Harden so effective with that shot.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points,
Good one.
moves on.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Substitution.
So it's Boston now. Jerome, that's good. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Brent, it didn't take long for Jaquez Jr. to establish himself as one of the steals of his draft class.
Yeah, the interesting thing with where he played was how he gained the confidence of the teammates around him. A lot of expectations about playing winning basketball. Well, Jaquez did a lot of that in college. He's got great feel, great size. He seems to be in the right spot most of the time.
Good. Harden's got 15 points.
Just simply creating offense. That's what James Harden is. He is the system.
Westbrook with the miss. The Knicks trail by 5. Outside Harden. Knocks it loose. There's the 3. Harden missing again.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
And Russell shot that one with confidence, something he does not lack.
It's all about timing.
Left side Hardaway. Here's Harden.
He has a B
And
for a
it's
three-pointer.
good. 2 points. Harden's got 11 points in the quarter.
Feels like the other 4 guys
Yeah,
have
but what? I've done that before.
He wants to be the one to get them back.
Washington right side. Back to Hartenstein. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Tim Hardaway.
Again, the body control to shift himself over. With Westbrook, sometimes the only choice you have is to commit the foul.
Boston making a switch here.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
On the wing, Anthony. .40 seconds left in the second quarter. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. And he lays it in.
Activity
good
on
one.
the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten
Yeah,
away
I didn't want to risk fouling you, so I
Outside
didn't
for
bother.
Butler. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Second chance shot. Achua with the rebound.
I'm up by 6.
Here's Anthony. An easy 2 on the layup. And now just a 4-point Boston lead.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the
My
entire
bad.
game.
Russell Westbrook, he's been the guy making things happen for Boston. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. And don't go
Shut
far.
up.
We'll be right back.
It wasn't even about that.
And we're halfway
Oh,
through
so
this
I was
one.
gonna pass the
Plenty of
ball to the
basketball
last
left in the
second.
game. That's been a fairly even one. Here's Jerome. Bridges outside. Launches a 3. Hauser grabs the board. Knicks trail by 4. Anthony in the post. Wembanyama with some nice D. So it's Boston now. Here's Bridges. Can't connect from short range. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Oh, rejected
Blocking your
by
shot. That's what I'm
Wembanyama.
doing.
with great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go
Good
0
shit.
for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board. No way he's going to pass that shot up, but he is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on it.
Here's Butler. Here he goes. And the layup is good off the glass. Butler's got a...
I couldn't get him
Yes,
back. Good one.
31 drops after the 0 of 3 start.
The Celtics with the lead.
39-38.
Left side Butler. Pass to Jerome. Williams with the screen. Jerome attacking. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Assisted by
Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
Terrific
Shut
design
up.
and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
It's stolen by Wembanyama. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Oh, got a piece of it.
Oh, you hate it, huh? It just worked for you.
And now the Knicks on the break. Achua.
But you hate it, right?
These bigs can really put some force on the rim. Achua falls directly in that category.
Here's Butler. To the left wing. Here's Wembanyama. And even
I
after
should've just
2
pulled the
offensive
3.
rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. For the lead. Kennard can't get it to go.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Deflected.
That was bad. Stupid on my part.
Here's Achua. And that one's good.
Good take.
Achua's got his second basket of the game.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Butler. Butler, so crafty around the rim.
And Butler just taking that motion right through contact.
Fast break. Here come the Celtics.
Nobody spamming
And
no
it's
button.
Jimmy Butler with the foul. That'll be his
Oh,
second foul of the game.
And this
Cannot
kind
believe-
of selflessness
cannot believe they
is
call a
great to
charge.
see.
Good one.
Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Personal foul.
Here's Anthony. Down low. Here's Achua.
good shit.
Achua with the dunk.
That wide body of Achua setting the screen, then releasing for the hoop.
Pass to Butler. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Off target from the wing. Now here's Achua. To the inside. Anthony right side. 5 on the clock. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Hauser can't get it to go. Boston trailing. Williams in the post. Not going to go that time. Achua with some nice D. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Knicks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Wembanyama with some nice D.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work. And it's paying off.
And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Here's Hauser. Anthony outside. To the paint. Kicks it out to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock.
Damn it, good one.
Achua.
He blew
And he
it.
recovers it.
I mean,
What?
good.
It rolled in.
There. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Westbrook into the lane. And it's New York with a rebound. We've got 1:55 left to play in the 3rd. And the former league MVP in 2017.
Damn, I couldn't get him over there.
For Russell Westbrook.
Well, how many times, BA, have we seen players celebrated in the way that Russell has been as one of the best players in the league, move and transition to a role off the bench? He's done it with a lot of grace.
What a move! Wembanyama!
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
And we've got 1:18 left in the 3rd quarter. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his 1st foul of the game.
Second team foul. Second substitution. Hawkins.
Anthony with it. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And a moment to look
Man,
at
I
the
was trying to
scoring
make
approach
us,
in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Knicks.
No, I wasn't trying to double team. I was trying to sub somebody in.
They have done an excellent job exploiting it.
Throughout the game, the mid-range area has been their bread and butter, continuing to pull up from there with a tremendous amount of confidence.
A leaner.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Anthony outside. Boston pulls it in.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right
Are
now.
you tired?
Pass to Clowney. Here's Jaquez. Clock at 6. And there's a 3-second violation.
Why are you standing in the
Committing
paint?
a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to
Shut
the
up.
last possession. You'll
Butler's
remember that.
tired, not him.
The Knicks with the lead. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Anthony outside. And he's going for the oop here. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Now the Celtics on the move. Butler finishes the job.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
Back to Anthony. Over by Donovich. No good on the buzzer beater. It's a tie game in New York. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And here are the Knicks. They'll take on the Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse after this one. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Achua. Outside Jaquez. The 3. No good.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards. He's been an absolute marksman the entire second half. Hard to imagine what anyone can do right now to slow him down.
Pass to Krejci. Misses in close.
Fuck, you missed that.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Inside. Achua. Achua with the dunk.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
At the line, 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. New York leading by 3. And here's Anthony. To the paint. Achua with the dunk.
I love the effort there. An undersized forward who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Westbrook with the miss. And New York has possession. Pass to Achua. The rebound by Krejci.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Bogdan Bogdanović. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Achua. Back to Anthony. To the middle. Achua can't hit.
Knicks foul. Precious Achua. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Nope.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Great execution. Could not have asked for a better shot.
Outside Harden. To the inside. Here's Porzingis.
3 seconds.
It doesn't go for him. Ooh, poked away. And here comes the break. Here's Tice. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
People talk about 3-and-D with Bridges, but he can pass it too.
Here's Harden.
Turn around.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Harden's got 19 points.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close. He's getting the ball.
Thank you.
And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Thank you.
Well, we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
Harden with a bucket.
It's not a handful.
Yeah,
it's a
move.
bundle of these kind of performances from James Harden. What a night.
You shut up.
Westbrook outside. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure.
Why did you foul him?
So many times in his career, Harden has stepped up in these big moments.
The foul charged to Daniel Tice. That's his first personal. Second.
The Celtics with the lead.
Yeah, I don't mind the dunk, but don't
Pass
foul
to
him.
Westbrook. Fires the three. Connects from downtown. Westbrook's got 20 points.
Won this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Strong player.
Three-pointer, Harden. Can't get it to drop. Boston leading by 4. Westbrook outside. It's Bridges on the wing. From behind the arc. Drops in the 3.
And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence growing.
Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis putting the size to work.
Good shit.
Porzingis loving the moment right here, stepping up huge.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team.
You're silly.
So it's Boston now, leading by 5. Down low. Here's Williams. Basket is good on the assist from Brogdon.
Well, the size that Brogdon has at the point guard, a good job of finding somebody over the top.
Here's Harden. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Butler, the open look. It's rebounded by New York.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Here's Hardenstein. Up top, Harden. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener
Trying to
was
hurt my
leading
player.
a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty
what we
obvious
were trying to
call
do?
by the officials.
Got to hold firm, or you're going to get a call.
Celtics lead by 7. Out to Bridges. Hartenstein pulls it in. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Stolen by Bridges. Outside, Williams. Pass to Wembanyama. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That one goes in. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Maybe next time, Kels.
Easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend
Maybe
him
next
inside.
time.
Offensive board. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go.
Throw the ball in. What you doing?
They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
Celtics ball.
Yeah, you do that.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Butler with the ball for Boston. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. That one drops for him.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier,
Good shot.
complete control.
And Boston calls time here. We've got 13 seconds left in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Unique timeout here with the game pretty much settled.
Sometimes you want to have these teachable moments on the floor and not in the next day's film session, so coach electing to do that here.
Here's Jerome. The three from Wembanyama. He buries it from 3. So we see Boston get the win here. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions.
Good
These
game,
guys
man.
stepped up 100%.
And that about wraps it up.
Don't be like that. I told you I was going to work after this. I did tell you that. Yes, I did. I'm not a runner. I said I was going to work after I played you. You can play GTF. Well, Harden had 30 points in that game.